Hey y'all, so I know that I had already talked about doing like the ex Shunza segment type of thing. So here it is. I have my first letter that I want to read and I want to just give my advice on. If y'all want to drop some comments and give y'all advice, that's fine, but I'm just going to get into it. So it says, Hey Shunza, I'm not even sure why I'm writing. I just want to get your input on a situation. I feel like I'm kind of done with it, but I just want to know if I was wrong, if they were wrong, if we both were wrong, or like whatever you think. I recently had to disconnect from my favorite because it just seemed to be getting too toxic. It's like when me and this person are on good terms, when things are going good, I'm really happy. Things are going great. But when we are on bad terms or when we get into it, it's like hell. When we argue, the type of person he is, he will say any and everything to get under your skin. He will say the most awful stuff. He will say the most hurtful stuff. He will even say things that are not true just to feel like he's winning the argument. Recently, we got into it and things got pretty bad. We were arguing through text and he was saying that he was calling me a drug addict and things like that, even though he knows that's not true. And then he also went as far to say I was selling my child for drugs. And that really struck a nerve with me. I felt like after that came out of your mouth, even though it's not true, even though I know you know it's not true, even when you said it, it's the fact that you would go so low to say something like that that really triggered me. And I knew from the moment I read that text, I was done. But I am also the type of person to where if you go low, I go lower. And during our exchange of text messages, after he said that, I was just saying anything that I could say that I know would hurt his feelings. And I told him that his parents died just to get away from him because that's how awful of a person that he is. I ended up blocking him and changing my number after that, but I still think of him and I don't know why. Sometimes I still think of him because it is so fresh and it's so recent, but I know we should not be a part of each other's lives because it is extremely toxic. I sometimes catch myself thinking of the good times, but what he said really triggered me. It really triggered me, and I really would prefer to never cross paths again, to never be in each other's lives again. I'm sure of that. So I'm guessing my question is, who was wrong? Were both of us wrong? And just what your input is when it comes to this situation. Okay. So that's a lot. So for me, I would definitely say both are at fault. Both are at fault. Like, if we have to get to a place where this is how we're communicating, even if we're arguing, we are not meant for each other because some stuff is too much. Some stuff is too far. Even if you're making up a lie to make me mad, like some stuff you just don't say. You don't cross certain lines. You don't bring children into the mix. You don't bring people who are not in the situation into the situation, especially people who have passed on, because those subjects should be off limits. Point blank, period. I feel like because y'all have gotten to this place in y'all situation or whatever's going on, that this is how y'all communicate when y'all are angry, y'all should stay far away from each other. I feel like that's one step away from a fist fight. Like, y'all, that's toxic. That's toxic. Like, that's toxic. I really just feel like, you were wrong. Definitely you were wrong. And your person definitely was wrong as well. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. Y'all both were wrong. And if y'all bring out that side of each other, y'all should stay away from each other. That's really how I feel. Yeah, I really don't even have nothing else to say about that. Whatever, like, learn from this situation and do better in the next situation. But I don't feel like you should go back to that situation or deal with that person because y'all both have some learning and growing to do, and y'all can't do it with each other, clearly, if that's how bad the arguments get.